Hola, bon dia and welcome to Portugal Dreams. It has been another quite bad weather week, unfortunately. We have still managed to get a few jobs done though, so we've still got those, we've got some gardening, and Mum has also baked some cookies for a recipe this week. So watch on and see what we do. So while I'm out here, I thought I'd just double check on all of the veg that we've still got planted. So as you can probably tell, we've still got absolutely plenty of peppers growing. So they're doing great still. A lot of our cabbages appear to be getting eaten by something, so we're going to have to do some research and just see what's going on there with them. Then we have the lettuces down here are doing absolutely brilliantly. These are looking quite healthy. So we're going to have lettuces all through winter again. And then we have some broccolis down here. They are getting nibbled a little bit, a few of them again, which we expected. It's as long as we don't get the root fly that we had last year. That was the big issue. So fingers crossed we will manage to avoid that and we will get some different broccoli and cabbage this year.
There's some cabbage down there and onions, is there?
Yes, I believe these ones down here are cabbages, and then throughout the middle Mum co-planted I believe it was onions, as they are meant to help put off the pests that tend to go after these plants. So it is just the leaves that we're getting at the moment. We haven't got the start of the actual broccoli that you eat.
Yeah. Okay. And cabbages are doing really well, aren't they? If these are Portuguese cabbage, I think you're meant to just take the leaves off as you want them. Can't see anything underneath that's been eating them. There don't seem to be any bugs or anything on them. It's strange.
Hello, bon dia. So this morning I set off just starting to grade this land a little bit, bringing it away from the house. I've got quite a lot taken off the top surface in this area, but then it looks as though it's going to rain again. So I thought, just as an idea, while I've got this bit lower, I'd carry it round, make a channel just going towards the wall to keep the water clear from that area. Yeah, a few ideas of just either grading it down, which is quite a lot of work, because it needs removing all the way across to all this earth and taking down to the other land. Maybe putting a French drain in. We have had that suggested. I did suggest that early on that it might be an idea. The trouble with that is when it comes out of a French drain, you'd have to come along the back of the pump unit. So the French drain would come down here, and then it'd have to either come round the front of the back of the pump unit and out through the wall, or the only other way is take it over the back of the patio, which obviously wants to come this way, but then it's going to be very difficult to get through that wall. Yeah, it's not something I really want to do, knocking a big hole in that wall. The other way would be to do what I'm doing and bring it across, but it'd still have to come out somewhere through the wall, either soak through it or run to a pipe and then a solid pipe through the wall. So yeah, that's putting me off a little bit of doing a French drain, to be honest, because all our land slopes upwards towards the back of the house and the track. I can't run it that way, so coming this way would be my only option. So yeah, so as a temporary I'm just doing clearing, grading, moving a bit of the soil away and trying to divert it, you know, to different places. The depth of the foundations is good, so we shouldn't have a problem, but it's just, you know, you see it puddling there, you want it away from there if possible. So that's what I'm doing. So as I say, I'm just making a run into this and then down to that. I've dug a little hole at the end near the wall. Hopefully it won't fill up, because by the time it's got a little pool there, it'll soak through the wall. Yeah, it's not the best idea, but you know, it may take care of some of the water at the moment if we have a problem. Then when I've done this I can carry on doing grading, but I just thought because of this weather it might be an idea just to have some way of getting the water away in the first place. Will it work? Who knows.
So we're just mucking the goats out while it's while we've got a little bit of sunshine. Don't know how long that's going to last. It's forecast a couple of days of good weather, but it has just absolutely poured it down, so we had to stop midway. Oops.
So some of the dirt I'm moving from the side and for the grading, I'm bringing round here to fill some of this up where I said before it's not quite levelled out very well. It's sunk a little bit where the builders dug out for the drainage, and as I said to you at the time, a lot of it's got a lot of stone in it. I'd leave it until it gets wet and the stone would wash through. The soil would wash through and leave the stone on the surface, and as you can see it has. So what we'll do now, or not right now but at a later date, is come in and clear a lot of this stone out. It doesn't really matter that much because the goats are going to have this as the run from about where I am now to the building over there, which Ellie-Rose will just turn around and show you. So they'll have quite a lot of lanterns running. We'll put the electric fence back up, and yeah, so we don't really need to clear it, but I don't want it too stony falling, you know, when we're coming in and falling over it and stuff. So that's what we're doing. So Debbie and Ellie-Rose are sorting the stones out from the soil that I put in there the other day. There was quite a lot in it, but we're going to sort of sieve it, but Debbie's decided she's going to dig it by hand at the moment and just take the biggest ones out. She wants to get some carrots in as soon as. So I've been doing quite a lot of digging, as you can probably see. I've finally got to a point where I can see a gradient going out to the wall. As you can probably see, I've got a good 4 to 6 inches to go all the way to the wall. and then all the way from that corner to the wall that way. Yeah, it's not going to be a day's job, that's for certain. I'll come out tomorrow and do some more. It may be done in sort of, you know, weeks rather than days, you know, a couple of days here, a couple of days there. But we will finally get there. I'm glad I've got to a point where I can actually see a slope now. So I know where I'm going at and more or less dig from that into it and travel along. Okay.
So we're just getting a delivery this morning for the guttering.
Ok. Tá tudo. Bah. Tchau. Adeus.
Obrigado.
À saúde, Deus.
Adios. We did give some thought as to whether to go for metal. A lot of the Portuguese go for metal, but due to how Steve's going to have to fit the guttering at the back to get the water to run away from the back of the wall, we decided that the plastic pipes with the bends in would be easier, because you have to bend. We'd have otherwise had to bend the metal, so we probably wouldn't have been able to do that very tidy. So yeah, so we've gone for the white plastic. I think it will probably look nicer anyway. And then we've got all these brackets that hang. Do you want to just show us, Steve?
Yeah.
To hang from the tiles.
They hang from the tiles and then these go onto it to hold the gutters. And then the gutters slot in. And away we go. They are height adjustable. And they just clamp down.
What else we got?
Just the bits for the downpipe, some adapters, some bends. That's actually 245s. It'll come off and then go.
Oh, so will we have gutters by the end of the day?
You've no chance. End caps, wall brackets.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Great. So none of us have, when we've tried olives before, we've never liked olives, but somebody's told me about doing them with orange juice added. So we're just collecting just a few, not too many, just to give that a go. How many have we got now, Ellie-Rose? Oh, I think that'll be enough just to try.
And as you can see, because we haven't really got any nets and we're only getting a few, we're using an umbrella to catch them. So
yeah, so
show you what we've got.
We've not got many, as I say, because it's just going to be an experiment. We'll see how it goes and then we'll decide whether we're going to do anything with olives or not. So Ellie-Rose has made a mushroom omelette and chips tonight with the eggs that we froze in the last video that we made last week. So Steve's already tasted his and he said it just tastes like a fresh egg, so that's great. So I'll continue freezing eggs now for the winter time. So Ellie-Rose has just said that they did come out a little bit thicker, than fresh. But she added a little bit of milk and made it the right consistency, and yeah, it sticks as it tastes great, so yeah, that's good. That will come up. I'm just going to cut this dill that G from Portugaldreamzzz brought us the other night when she came to visit. I'm just going to wash it first and then I'll cut it and freeze it. In the background boiling away. Just make sure I can drain it as much as possible. And just take the very ends off. Smells beautiful. Just going to pop it in this reusable bag, freezer bag. They're really handy because they've got like a zip lock on the top. And that's ready to go in the freezer, and I can just take out what I want as I need it. I'm also making soup for lunch. I've got carrots and potatoes. I've got some frozen leeks in there that were left over that I just froze in a small bag, peas, red pepper, green pepper, and a bit of spring onion, and also some lentils to thicken it. Everything except the carrots, the potatoes and the lentils is all stuff out of my freezer to use up, and I've popped a couple of bay leaves in, fresh bay leaves, and 3 stock cubes. So we'll be having that for lunch today with some lovely papa secca. Wasn't up early enough this morning to make the bread in time for lunch, so I've had to just buy some from the shop. So that's the finished result of the soup. We're just going to sit and enjoy that now for lunch. So this afternoon I'm going to make some oat biscuits. I'll just show you what I've got in my bowls ready. So I've got 5 ounces of self-raising flour, 5 ounces of oats, 3 ounces of sugar. I'll be adding a pinch of salt to the flour and 3 ounces of margarine. The oven's already on 180 warming, and I'm just going to add the 3 ounces of margarine to the 5 ounces of self-raising flour. And then I'm going to mix that in until it resembles breadcrumbs. A bit like a pastry, really. So next I'm going to add the 5 ounces of the oats and 3 ounces of sugar. Give that a good mix together. Make sure the sugar and the oats are well distributed through the flour. And then I'm just going to get some milk. Use a fork for this bit. And you just add enough milk just to bring it all together. There's no egg in this. I'm just going to use a big tart cutter. I've not done these before. I think that might be a little bit sticky, so I shall just add a little bit more flour. Put some on the board as well. This is really handy. It's a barbecue tool. Just pop them on the baking sheet with, I've lined it with some greaseproof paper. So I'm actually thinking I might just put a little bit of milk across the top of them and sprinkle some sugar on. A little drop of milk in the bowl, and I'll just get my brush. And then just a little sprinkle of sugar. And we'll pop those in the oven. So they should take about 15 minutes. I'll come back in about 10 and just check. So let's have a look and see if they're ready. They definitely are. Maybe pop those in again for just a few more minutes. I'll take some of them out. And just pop them on there. You could vary the recipe and put other things in like coconut or chocolate chips or something. Yeah, I'll just pop these ones back in. Still getting used to my new oven. I think it's cooking a little bit hotter to the left. So, shall we try one? I think they're probably going to need to cool first to crisp up, but we'll see what the flavour's like. That's not bad. We'll let everybody else try them now.
So it's me that's the victim of trying things today, so see what we think.
They all right?
Yeah, they're really nice. With me having a very sweet tooth, these are a little bit on the more, they're not as sweet as I would eat them personally, but they are still very nice, so we will still eat them.
Shall I just add a little bit more sugar next time, do you think?
Yeah, just a little bit more sugar next time.
So G from Portugal it is, brought me some lavenders. I think there's 2 fairly big ones and a small one. So I'm going to put some in the side garden where Steve's just started to dig out. As you know, he's levelling that off so that the rainwater drains. And we're going to have a flower border along that back wall there. So they'll go in there. The small one I want by the side of the door. I've not got a nice pot at the moment, but I'll start it off in this wall next year and then get a nice pot in the springtime. So I've got some broken tiles in the bottom for drainage, and I'm just going to go get some soil and some compost now. Try not to get too many stones in it if I can. We've got this bit more or less done. We just need to put some sand in it now and plant some carrots. Can't wait till we can do our own compost. We've started some off, but I don't know how it's doing at the moment. Right, let's see how far we get with that now. So they're the ones for the side garden. Oh, and there's two little bits there, but I'm going to pop them in the same pot. I'll just get some more compost. I've probably got a bit too much in there, so I'll just take some of it out. That's better. I want it by the back door because I've heard that it keeps the flies away and the mosquitoes because they don't like strong smells. So lavender's supposed to be one of the things that puts them off. And we do get quite a lot of flies and mosquitoes in the summertime. Just put a little bit more of that in. Just close that bag up. Water it and hopefully it'll survive the winter and then we'll put it in a nice pot in the springtime. So that's that one done. So I'm just going to go to the barn now and get a spade. So if I plant this towards the back, oops, I don't think it'll interfere with Steve's trenches. quite a lot of roots down here. See if that's going to be deep enough. Oh yeah, that should be all right. Just wants a bit more at that side. Smells lovely, even though it's not got any flowers on it. Smells really good. So I'll just water it in. It shouldn't need too much because it's the ground's really wet. We've had loads of rain. And then I'm going to pop the other one here, I think. Top of a sardine can there. Ugh. Just pop it on the wall and dispose of it later when I finish planting. Find all sorts in the garden. Bit of water on that. And hopefully we'll get some lovely smelling lavender next year. As I say, it still smells amazing now.
So that's all for this week. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. They are all completely free, but it does help us out on the algorithm a ton. So we will see you next week. Until then, bye!